Hello again, everybody. I'm Ed Robinson, and welcome to another edition of Robinson Responds. Before I give you my thoughts on the Monday Night Football game between the New Orleans Saints and the Kansas City Chiefs, the New York Jets, hey, the gift that keeps on giving, right? They have fired head coach Robert Saleh after 3.5 seasons. So during Saleh's time as the head coach of the New York Jets, his career record was 20 wins and 36 losses. He was under 500. Before Saleh became the head coach of the New York Jets, he was the defensive coordinator for several seasons with the San Francisco 49ers. And before that, he was a positions coach with the Jacksonville Jaguars, also the Seattle Seahawks, and the Houston Texans. And he also, before that, served as an assistant with Michigan State, Central Michigan, and also the University of Georgia. All right, so bottom line is this. When Aaron Rodgers was brought to the New York Jets last year, the Johnson brothers, the gentlemen that own the Jets, they rolled the dice on this one. Not only that, but they put all of their cards on the table to bank on Aaron Rodgers for the next 2 to 3 seasons to either to get the Jets to the Super Bowl or at least get the Jets as a playoff team. Robert Saleh was already there when Rodgers became the quarterback. In Saleh's first year as the head coach of the Jets, he went through several quarterbacks, right? Going through Joe Flacco, Trevor Siemian, Tim Boyle, Mike White, just to name a few. And then in 2022, Zach Wilson. Tried his best to work with Zach in his rookie year. That didn't work out. Then last year, the Jets organization, they get Rodgers. Opening Monday night, the first Monday night of last year, Rodgers tears the Achilles. Done for the year. In comes Zach Wilson. Great come from behind victory Monday night last year. But it really just nosedived from here on out from really last year. This year, Rodgers, so far in his first full season as the starting quarterback of the New York Jets, has not played well, but also a lot can be attributed to the running game not really doing what it needs to do as well as the pass protection. Defensively, despite not having Hassan Reddick right now, the Jets have held their own defensively. However, this is a new NFL. Offenses are complex. Offenses have changed. Quarterback play has changed. And if you bring in somebody like Aaron Rodgers, which is what the Johnson brothers did last year, going to his home in California on the West Coast out in Malibu to bring him out east to become the quarterback of the New York Jets, that says a lot. And certainly they rolled the dice, and for the next 2 to 3 years, the organization is in a win-now situation. Do I like the move that the Jets made? I do like the move that the Jets made. The Jets need an offensive-minded head coach. And Saleh, even before Rodgers getting there in 2023, the jury was still out on Robert Saleh as the head coach of the New York Jets. In layman's terms, they need an offensive head coach. Now, Jeff Ulbrich, the defensive coordinator, is going to be the interim head coach. We'll see how that all plays out. So basically, Nathaniel Hackett is the offensive coordinator. Nathaniel is going to be looked to on creating offense, and hopefully Aaron Rodgers will play better. Saleh is gone, and now the Jets have a chance. More so, Aaron Rodgers has a chance on Monday night to prove to the New York Jets and to the fan base and to the organization that, yeah, we are for real. And remember, the Jets play the Buffalo Bills on Monday night. This is a chance for first place in the AFC East. Remember, New England is not good this year so far. Buffalo has been so-so this year. The Dolphins have not been good this year. We don't know what Tua's future is going to bring, but right now, the Jets have an opportunity to be in first place in the AFC East. and they'll take on the Buffalo Bills next Monday night at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. So, Aaron Rodgers, this is all on you now. You've got an opportunity. This is a make-or-break year. The Johnson brothers, the organization, general manager, Joe Douglas, they've rolled the dice, and now it's time to deliver. And also, too, the Jets now have a really strong chance of being the front runner to get wide receiver Davante Adams. I believe the Aaron and Davante collaboration is going to happen in New York. The reunion is going to happen in New York, and the Jets are in a win-now situation. Do they have a great team? I think the Jets have a solid team right now. Rodgers, he's not as fast as he used to be. Remember, he had the Achilles injury last year to go along with the surgery. But Aaron still can throw the ball. He still can deliver. It's just a matter of pass protection and running game. They have to come through for him. And then also, too, the defense. Defense is not going to be a problem. But Aaron has got to get on point. Him and the offense, they've got to generate points. It's just simply no excuse. Has Aaron been great? No. Has he been good? I won't say that either. He's just been decent. But again, after 3.5 seasons as the head coach of the New York Jets, Robert Saleh has been fired. So, short term, Robert will be fine. There's a lot of teams that are going to be looking for defensive coordinators, and Robert Saleh will not be unemployed for much longer. And as far as the New York Jets are concerned, they're in a win-now situation, and Aaron Rodgers has got a lot to prove to not only Jets fans, but football fans, broadcasters, podcasters, journalists, so on and so forth, that he can do this, that it's not on him. It was on the last coach that was there. And it's going to start next Monday night against the Buffalo Bills. We'll see if Rodgers and the Jets offense will get better or they're going to get worse. But once again, Robert Saleh has been fired as the head coach of the New York Jets after 3.5 seasons. So we had Monday Night Football between the New Orleans Saints and the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs beat the Saints 26-13. So Patrick Mahomes passed for over 300 yards in the game. Kareem Hunt had over 100 yards rushing to go along with a touchdown. Xavier Worthy had a rushing touchdown as well. Travis Kelce played like the Travis Kelce of the old. Juju Smith-Schuster had over 100 yards receiving in the contest. But there was some takeaways that I had from this game. But before I give you my takeaways, Derek Carr suffered an injury to his left side in the fourth quarter, didn't return to the game. He finished passing for over 160 yards. Alvin Kamara had only 26 yards rushing. Rashid Shaheed did score a touchdown in this game, as well as Foster Moreau. Chris Olave was a non-factor in this game. He only had 2 catches for 10 yards. All right, now some takeaways that I had from this game. Number 1, Patrick Mahomes. Yes, it is Mahomes' team, but last year and this year, coming a balanced team. The first several years of the Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid era, when you said Kansas City, offense. That was their identity. The word of the day, offense. The last 2 years, and especially this year, it's been about the defense. The defense has stepped up to the plate, and the defense has come into the forefront. And it's like, yeah, Mahomes, Kelce, Pacheco, and so on and so forth, they're going to do their thing. But we're doing our thing as well. The defensive side with the likes of Chris Jones, George Karlaftis, also Nick Bolton, who, by the way, recorded 6 tackles in this contest. So the Chiefs, their identity is becoming more balanced. Mahomes and Reid, when that era began, it was about the offense. But now the team is balanced now, where the defense is taking on an identity of its own, really since last year. And kudos to their defensive coordinator, Steve Spagnuolo, doing an amazing job with that talented roster, especially on the defensive side. Another thing, too, the Kansas City Chiefs, they're like plug and play. You know, when you have a computer, your keyboard or your mouse is a plug and play device. No matter who you plug in, they know how to play. No Rashid Rice, no Isaiah Pacheco, no problem. Kareem Hunt, Xavier Worthy, Juju Smith-Schuster, Nicole Hardman, and Travis Kelce. Yeah, Travis is going to get his. But Noah Gray, guess what? He's been playing well in his own right as well. So no matter where you have the Kansas City Chiefs, they're like a plug-and-play device. Wherever you plug them, they're going to play to the best of their ability. That's another takeaway. Another takeaway that I had is Kansas City remains one of the best teams in the NFL, but I don't think they are a feared team right now. I think the most feared team in the AFC right now is the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore, what you saw Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, and that offense, what they did in that win over Cincinnati, it's time to pay a lot more attention to Baltimore. Defense didn't play well in that game. However, I still think Baltimore is the team to be feared in the AFC, and Kansas City is right behind them. I think the team to be feared right now in the NFL is the Minnesota Vikings with Sam Darnold and that defense that they have. Another takeaway that I have is the New Orleans Saints. The Saints were the hottest team in the NFL the first 2 weeks of the year. After that, it has been a nosedive. Derek Carr couldn't do anything in this game. Alvin Kamara was a non-factor. Chris Olave was a non-factor. And the jury is still out on Dennis Allen. Will this be his last year? I talked earlier about the New York Jets. This is a make-or-break year for them, and they need to win now. This is a make-or-break year for Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen has been on the hot seat since the day he took over as the head coach of the New Orleans Saints, replacing Sean Payton. I know the injuries with Taysom Hill and the offensive line, but when you've got Derek Carr, when you've got Alvin Kamara, you've got one of the fastest guys in the NFL with Rashid Shaheed and Chris Olave, you got to make some things happen. And especially when you have the new offensive coordinator with Clint Kubiak, there's a lot of questions to be answered down in the Crescent City, and it's not going to get any easier because they've got a big one coming up in the Dome against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Sunday. But nevertheless, in Monday Night Football, the Kansas City Chiefs beat the New Orleans Saints 26-13. And again, after 3.5 seasons as head coach of the New York Jets, Robert Saleh has been fired. Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning into the channel. Remember to click like, share, and subscribe, and thank you for watching.